This is Joy here, and I'm playing around with some pretty hot rocks right now. And what I'm talking about are jade eggs. This is a medium nephrite jade egg, and Benoit balls. These are 25 millimeter carnelian Benoit balls. So, which one is better? Which one is going to work for you? So, why do we have these two different shapes? Well, think about it. Somebody was very smart. They took a look at the vagina and they made a stone shaped in the shape of the vagina. It fits into the vagina very easily. So this makes a lot of sense when you think about, where it's going and how much more easily it would fit. I'm not a fan of yoni spheres that are bigger than this, or bigger than what these are. These are yoni spheres too, but this is a little bit different in my opinion. But if you're starting out with using these for Kegels, for vaginal stimulation, for better lubrication, the jade egg is going to be, to me, my first choice because it's shaped like what I have and it's easier for the vagina to get used to. Now, Benoit balls are a little different. If you look at it, somebody else is pretty smart too, and they said, if we're going to also take our exercise up a notch, and we are going to see how toned and tightened our vagina is, we're going to use these. When you look at these and you use both of them, this is one of the reasons I'm not a fan of a yoni sphere. If you use both of them at the same time and you're using them and you're rolling them around in your vagina, they're easy to manipulate because they roll on themselves and you have to use your muscles more in order to hold them in and to move them from side to side. If this is your vagina, you have to use your vaginal muscles to move them from side to side, and to move them, you can actually move them up and down in the vaginal canal, but this takes a little bit more awareness that you built up using your jade egg. So which is better? If you are just starting, I wouldn't start with these. This is more of an advanced skill. I'd start with this, and I would play with this and work with this for a while until my muscles got strong enough and more sensitive for me to be able to learn to utilize both of these at the same time. This is a little bit more of an advanced skill to be able to manipulate these. I would not suggest to use any Benoit balls that are smaller than 25 millimeters. That's my particular personal opinion. If you already have excellent vagina mastery, you can probably do smaller balls than this. But we're talking about you have been doing jade egg exercises and Benoit ball exercises for years, and you're very in touch with her down there, and you can sense smaller balls. The smaller, the harder. That's the rule. So if you're going to go smaller than this, be sure you've been doing your exercises and you've been doing them well and you are in touch with your vagina. Now, you can also use small eggs. You can use two small eggs at the same time. These are strung, but you can see how tiny these are. And actually, I'll hold these up so you can see them next to the Benoit balls. So you can see these are pretty close in size. But when you think about it, this is not going to be as easy to manipulate because they're not as round and you don't get the same rolling effect as that you do with these. You can still use these and you can still use these, and you can try to move one at one time. You can try to roll them around, but it's going to be a lot harder. So this is even more, to me, of an advanced skill to be able to manipulate two small jade eggs as opposed to Benoit balls. Now, as always, I do not recommend using jade eggs in the anus or Benoit balls. in the vagina, the cervix stops stuff from moving through, so nothing gets stuck in there. If you use Benoit balls or you use the jade egg in the anus, there's nothing keeping it from traveling to the wrong place, and that's one of the fastest ways for you to go to the hospital. Keep that out of that area. There, if you want to use something for that, they have specially designed anal products for you to use. Just don't shove these up there. It's not worth the trip to the hospital, in my opinion. So, my opinion, what's better? If you're a beginner, start with the jade egg. If you're more advanced, go with the Benoit balls. And you can play with as much or as many of these products as you like once you get your mastery down. Once you first make sure your pelvic floor is tightened and toned and also flexible. You want to be able to squeeze and release your pelvic floor on command. The next level is to start working on your vaginal muscles, your vaginal walls. And once you get into that, then you can start to manipulate these little things like the Benoit balls and the smaller eggs. This is Joy. As always, you can visit me at charlottereflexology.com and also the store, AmazingSexualHealth.com. We'll be back soon.